Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Shannon Delzer. I am a 5th grade teacher from Northern California and mother of 2 and a lover of technology. My goal on this channel is to help educators like myself figure it out in less than 5 minutes when using technology in the classroom. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different. It is the end of the school year. It is June 24th as I am recording this. I've been done with school for a few weeks, and I thought, now that I have a little more brain energy, that I would share some of the ways in which I try to make my students feel special toward the end of the year. I did have another video, which I will link below, of sending a Bitmoji of myself, a little mini me, to my students with a letter a couple weeks before school got out as a way of just staying connected with them. But at the end of the year, I was trying to think how to make my 5th graders feel special, especially since it is their last year in elementary. We were given the opportunity to go back to school on the very last day of school so students could pick up their personal belongings from the classroom and we could pass out anything to our students. So I've tried to think of an idea where I can have my students take something I normally did in the classroom, but do it somehow virtually through Google Classroom. At the end of most years, I usually do an activity where each student gets a piece of paper, they write their name on the top, we put them on clipboards, and we sit in a big circle. We play music, and we pass the paper along every 30 seconds or so. And each classmate is given some time to either share a funny memory, give a compliment, say something positive. If they aren't really friendly with that student or struggling with something nice to say, they could say things like, have a great summer, or, good luck next year, things like that. So keeping that in mind, I came up with this idea of how to do this through Google Classroom. It took some time to set up. I'm going to share how I did that in this video, and I'll share some mistakes I made so that you can do it a lot faster. In the end, they look something like this. This is a generic one that obviously doesn't have a real student's name or a real photo. It does have my school logo, and it has all the little compliments and comments from my students. I'll share a couple of ones I did for some teachers. So here's one example with the picture, and you can even get creative and use Bitmojis since I know that's sort of the craze right now. I did print them on cardstock, and they went into these great envelopes. My school color is red. On the front, I bought these huge labels I'd never even seen before. Literally, it's 2 labels per page. That's it. They're awesome. I just, typed the school, the year, the student's name, which I'm hiding, our little dragon symbol, grade, and my name, so that I could just pass these out since, of course, we're social distancing and I couldn't, be near the kiddos for too long. I was able to give it to them, and they have lots of things inside. So some of those things were a certificate of completion from our school. I did some most likelies. You can find these online. Teachers Pay Teachers. A way to kind of commemorate each student. They had their special project that took me a few weeks at the end of the school year to come together. I did give them a little summer lei in our school colors for fun. And last but not least, for this year, I went ahead and splurged for some flying discs and thought I was being super creative. In writing, you have successfully learned from a distance. Now you can use this to play from a distance. And then again, our grade, school, and my name. So they got those all in a big package on that last day of school. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how I created this template and how I used it with my students throughout like a couple weeks. I did 2 students per day as an assignment on our Google Classroom. That way it wasn't overwhelming for the students. It wasn't like, hey, today you're going to say something nice about all 30 kids. It was just 2 a day, and that way it wasn't overwhelming for me to copy and paste their answers in this template. So I'm now going to show you what that looked like. Okay, so here I am in my Google Drive. I've opened a Google Slideshow because it's just the most easy to manipulate. This is the template that I used for all students. As you click on each box, you can type. So how to set this up? Here's my blank slideshow, and I'm simply going to add a text box and type student name and format it how I'd like. Then I did a quick Google search for my school's logo, added it to the slide. I noticed I had a white space above it, so I went to move it to the back so that student name wasn't covered. For the purposes of this video, I'm using a generic photo to represent the student, but in actuality, I went to their individual profile and I took a screenshot of their picture so I could easily bring it into the slideshow. From here, I'm adding these different callouts. Instead of just boxes, I thought it'd be fun to do it like they were speech bubbles. I just pick anywhere on the slide and add my speech bubble, and to make it fun, I mix up their shapes. We'll fast forward this for you now. Now this gray is definitely too boring for me, so I decided to add different colors. I learned something new. At least on the MacBook, if you press Shift and click on one of the shapes, and then click on a secondary shape no matter where it is, it will select those two for you, then you can add color. So I've added orange, and now I'm going to go to Fill and select Gradient, because I just look way cooler in my opinion, and add yellow, and then go on to add more and more color. You'll notice I left a large one in the middle, and that is for their parents' comment. Now, I wanted a specific font. I didn't really want Arial. I really like Handley, and I learned something else new. That if you want to change every single shape to the same font, you must press Shift and click every single spot. There's no shortcut like Shift and drag across the page. Unfortunately, you have to do every single one. So I suggest doing this first before we copy this and use it for every single student. And now it's time to make a copy for each one of my students. On the left-hand margin, I simply select the slide and copy. You can also do Command-C to make it quicker, and then paste by pressing Command-V however many times you need it. So for me, that's 27 students for this year. And now it's time to go ahead and fill in my students' names. For today, I'm going to use my husband and my name. For each of my students, I wrote my own personal comment in the bottom orange box. Now let me show you where I got the other children's responses. In my Google Classroom, I created a special project to each day. There it is in my assignments. This particular one is for our PE teacher. I created a Google form where simply my only question was, what is something that you like about this student? For the student ones, I said, what's something you like about the student, or do you have a fun memory of them? The students fill out their response, and they submit it, and I get all of their responses. You look at the Google form from your end, you're going to click Responses and go all the way to the right where it says Individual. This way, you'll see each individual student's response, so that, for example, on George's special project, he would know which person wrote what about him. I simply copy the response, click any box, and paste it. What's important here is to paste without formatting. That way it'll be the font and the style that you already formatted your different shapes. This one's too big for this particular shape, so you can obviously format and enlarge to make it work. Now I'm going to head back to my other tab with my Google form. I'm going to go up to select the second of my responses and copy and paste with each one. Now, you might be thinking this is a little bit time consuming, and yes, it can be, which is why I only did 2 projects per day. I found that to be very easy in my schedule, and at the end, I felt like every student got a beautiful project like this one with their name, photo, and lots of great compliments and shared stories from their classmates. So I was thinking, what's another way I can use this now that the school year is over, and we may be potentially doing distance learning or some form of it next year. One way could be to use this as a project at the beginning of the school year where students say things about themselves, such as their favorite color, nickname, favorite sport, things like that that we would normally do in our classroom. Well, this is a project they could create to share with others. So that's it. I hope this was helpful to you and way that you might use it. If you can find other ways in which you might use something like this, feel free to share below. Or if you have other ideas on how to make our students feel special and connected, while we potentially might be distance learning later, we always love it when educators share. So until next time, see you later.